Hello everyone, this is Geezer Gamer back with another video. I'm sorry it's been a few days with the drop of the new, I guess it would be season, not DLC, which is it's kind of a weird thing now still, even after so long to say it that way, but with the drop of the new season, of course I've been involved in powering up, well, my levels, and most of that has been involved in working in the EDZ and, of course, trying to get the new Seraph bunkers opened and all the things we have to do with that, and sort of working things out so I know what I need to do. But anyway, one of the last things that I was doing on this character this week, thus far, is Nightfall. I hadn't done that in a while, and with the new season you have new triumphs to accomplish, and so I jumped in a series of Nightfalls, and this is the third of three. It's in progress, as it turns out, and probably because either people got booted or perhaps, I don't know. Honestly, this is not a difficult Nightfall. It's actually a fairly straightforward one. Even the final room is not bad. But I find myself in chase mode here, which is interesting. And I began to see why perhaps maybe this person was alone, and some of that had to be with how timid he was, because when I played earlier with the other two teams, I was racing just to get kills because people were speedrunning it so much. This is a 750 level Nightfall, and of course here we sit at nearly 1,000 now, so there really isn't that much risk, and most people treat it that way, almost abusive about it. I'm trying to generate orbs at this point because I need my super. It'll make getting through some of the rooms a lot easier to do, and it would have been great here to have it. In my previous runs, I cleared this area off fairly quickly with my super. By the way, I'm running a hunter with Raiden Flux, which, if you do that, basically I could have gone up there and stun locked that boss and taken him down all by myself without any worry about him taking me out. But it's neither here nor there. I don't have it. No one's making an attempt to jump across. I need to work the ads down here a little bit, so I began taking them down. Okay, so now a teammate's gone across. I'll go up too. I'm going to focus on finishing up the clear up here and then cutting back across. I have my 21% Delirium. I have only a few rounds because I just put it on. I'd been running other heavy weapons in the previous two runs, and I decided at the last second to change 21% Delirium. I had an engram, or a weapon, a blue, that I could use to upgrade it, and just decided it was time to pull this out. I didn't know how it would do in the Ordeal, so here it is. So thus far it's two of us. Third person's coming. I'm always amazed that people go right up to the Scion there and stand next to it while he does that, and often it's not, it'll kill you. So here we go. Not too difficult here. By the way, Recluse is still a great gun. I know it got nerfed, but it's still, if you don't have it, it's worth getting. Far and above the best submachine gun, even now. Okay, I have a lot of orbs there. I have my super. Excuse me. I'd been running Stompies for the longest time, but decided if I was going to do a lot of the Seraph bunker type stuff, I probably needed to have the longer super. And so if I was running Arc, I might as well run the Raiden Flux. Now my strategy for clearing this next room is not to get in the middle of the arena and just shoot in all directions, which a lot of people do. I usually try to work off the edges first and then work my way in. So I secure the outer perimeter here by taking down the Scions, which, by the way, will snipe you if you don't get them. Knock down a little bit of that. There'll be a wanted. We're going to focus on him for a minute. Now there are three of us at this point, and he's starting to go down fairly quickly. We'll get it down to the point where he can be finishered up. And that's about now. I see the dot over his head and I think, I'm not wasting any more heavy on that guy. But as I moved in to take him, it was too late. Alright, so I'm going to come up here, and rather than go across, I'm going to fire on the Scion from here. All you have to do is fire on him. Just do a little bit of damage, and then I'm going to get in position to clear off the side here. I like to get a grenade on this portal here, if I have it, which I'm not going to this time. So I just open fire on it. Figure if I can get Master of Arms proc there, I'll have an easier time of it. Then just move on up, finish this guy off, and then I've got a secure area from which to start working the edges here. Now bear in mind I've got my super here, and I'll have to use it here in a minute. Okay, it's time to come on down. We've got this fellow. No big deal. Let's finish him off with a heavy. I grab the orb, and watch this. Neither one of these guys come over to help. They're going to stand back and peck at it. That's not going to get it done. So I drop the orb and toss the super. I've done this one enough times to know that you'll just get taken out. And I figure I'm going to leave the orb right there. I've still got some super. If there's anyone left over here, I'll use it. If not, let somebody else finish that orb. And it works out so that I just basically waste the super. But now I'm in position with my grenade to close off this portal. The hunter grenade is not good enough to lock it, but you can take it enough down that you can easily finish it up. Alright. So looking pretty solid here. Most of the action on this phase is in the back part, but you can get sniped from across the way, so since my teammates are ignoring this side, I want to go over and clear it out. Just to be sure. That put me in a good position to do this. They followed me over, eventually. We can play undercover. And I was looking for that because I figured, hey, he's going to wind up being a problem. Check this. Either one of them go for it, and I know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to get in there alone, and I don't have a super, and I don't have a grenade. I'm just going to have to make a stab for it and hope for the best. So I jump over the guys, I get it in there, back off, get a grenade, finally have one, and I figure I'm dead, because I'm set up for mobility 100%, but I do manage to get around, and this is the only time that they decide to come over. I'm just always amazed by that. So by now the Vex have come, and I'm trying to figure out why these things didn't explode on me. But they didn't. And so we're roughly clear. Now I see this guy over here still trying to clear stuff out. I kill one more Cabal just to help him out, help boost our score. He's clearly not going to come till he's done clearing it out. This guy's not going to wait. So I've got to go ahead because we'll get pulled in if anyway. And I would rather have the 2 or 3 seconds of recognition of what's going on before I just suddenly appear in the middle of a fight. I can post up better. Now this is what it was like in the previous 2 runs, except the guys that were going ahead were slaying out. I was having a hard time picking up kills, and I was running as hard as I could, but if you're set up for mobility and have a motion enhancing exotic or gun, then yeah, it would be impossible for me running the Raiden Flux to keep up. Then he decides to shoot from up there. That was his plan. So nothing's really going to happen until you come down here, and he's just trying to play it from safety. And check this. He's still up there. I guess. I think, okay, I'm going to have to hold this plate alone. I hear it to my left. Okay, it's pretty clear. And apparently he was better at clearing from up there than I thought. Oh, and I've got a person right next to me now. I decide, look, you know, this is a group where I'm going to have to get aggressive. I'm going to have to go into it hard, or this is going to drag out. I'm going to have to put some hurt on him. Then I decide I've got enough super left to begin to clear some ads a little bit. That's probably what I ought to do. And honestly, I think I made the right choice. Things could have been a whole lot worse there. I've got some orbs up here. Just looking around for some more. Clear off a few more ads, get this res. Back right out immediately. And that's mobility right there. That's where I did it right. To spec this hunter out for mobility. Because I was able to wait to the very last second to jump back. Something I might not have been able to do if I wasn't running so high. I'm going to get this other res. And I'm just thinking to myself, how in the world are you getting yourself killed in a 750 Nightfall? But there it is. I mean, I can't say that. I mean, I wound up getting blown off a ledge earlier. And another part. So I guess it's possible, but both guys, I don't know. Okay, so I have no heavy. I have no super. You know, I'm kind of in a place where I'm just going to have to lean into my grenade and my submachine gun. The pulse rifle just doesn't have the ad clearing capability. And as long as I don't sit still and can break line of sight once in a while. And what's he doing back there? I mean, that was amazing stuff. I would just go around a corner to see that guy hiding. I have no idea what he was trying to do. It's really kind of funny when you think about it. So, alright. I'm going to come down and hold a plate. Usually you wind up spreading out. Because if you don't, if this... well, yeah, it just doesn't matter. I just figure the way things are going, I'd better stay with. And as packed as we were at times, I got more finishers in this Nightfall than I have in most. Alright, I've got some heavy. I picked some up. I'm going to take him down a bit. But that's all I've got. And I'm trying to get up high so I get off of his void attack there. And it also puts me in a position to better go after the yellow bar. Now I'm getting close to a super. And that just about kills me when I mounted that. But I figure, okay, if this goes just a little bit longer, and it's okay if it does because their score's going up, but if it goes a little bit longer, I'm going to have my super. And I'll be able to toss it. Now I'm not able to see that they're working on the boss. There's my super. I'm looking for the boss. I figure clear some ads, and that's about the time they kill him. And that's pretty much the Nightfall. Now, I wound up getting a ton of kills on that one. Not as many as an earlier one. I had like 288 kills on a previous one, but this one was just under 200. And one of the guys leaves beforehand, the ending screen there, so I don't know how I would have compared to him. But I mean, the loadout, which was the Bygones, the Recluse, and 21% Delirium. And middle tree Arc Strider with Raiden Flux. That seemed to work out pretty well. Spec high for discipline. Anyway, I'm at around 982 power at this point in time between the artifact and my equipment. So starting from, I think, 964, maybe 965 on this character at the beginning of the week. Not too bad. So with that, this is Iron Bill, also known as Geezer Gamer, signing out.